Happy Halloween and welcome to a spooky screening of the NBA on 2K Sports. Here's hoping all your trick-or-treaters come at halftime. Tonight, it'll be the Houston Rockets going up against the Dallas Mavericks here at their home, American Airlines Center. Hello, basketball fans. Brian Anderson here, courtside with Doris Burke and Grant Hill. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. Now the starting group for the Houston Rockets. They've got Dante Exum. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Jalen Williams. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton, and it's Ware in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Dallas, they've got Dylan Brooks, Jeremy Sohan out there with Walker Kessler. Then it's Mikal Bridges, and it's Brunson in at the point. Well, Grant, to be here for some horrifying hoops on Halloween. You like that?
I do. That's pretty good, man. What could be scarier than losing on Halloween? Looks like a lot of the fans showed up with their Halloween spirit, so it should be fun for everyone choosing to spend their evening with us.
Now here's Halliburton. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Halliburton, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Oh, Giannis dunks it home.
The intellect and skill that Halliburton brings to the game, such a high-level passer.
Brunson against Halliburton. Now here's Brunson. He's closely guarded. And down it goes. 2 points.
Hey, take it right to the defense. Not a bad way to start this game.
Let's send it to Allie LaForce, who caught up with head coach Jason Kidd. Allie?
And when I brought up Giannis Antetokounmpo, coach was full of admiration, saying it's always going to be difficult when you're playing Giannis. Not only is he one of the best players this league has, but he's also a fierce competitor. Guys, it sounds like he knows what he's up against.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. That one's no good. All right, Doris, where do you think Halliburton ranks among the NBA's best point guards?
Well, he's certainly, BA, got to be near the top of the list. Number one, his vision is absolutely tremendous. He can create on the fly. As importantly to me, it's his spirit and presence, the joy he brings to the game. Well, terrific read from Dante Exum. This guy sees the lane and attacks it with ferocity.
Pass to Brooks. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. It's rebounded by Houston.
Not exactly what they're looking for out of the gates. Just 1 of 4 shooting.
Exum up top. Lets it fly. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Exum's got his second basket of the night. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Back to Brooks. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Yeah, just showcasing his athleticism. When Brooks gets open space around the rim, he looks to throw it down with authority.
Now here's Halliburton. Driving in. Oh, Kessler with the block. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Kessler. Dallas on D, trailing by 2. Here's Antetokounmpo. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Antetokounmpo has gotten his second bucket of the game. And Brunson's got the ball here for the Dallas Mavericks. Sohan outside. Back to Brunson. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
Doris, one place you see this Dallas team show up is in the hustle stats.
BA, this version of the Dallas Mavericks is as tough and as gritty and as willing to compete as any I've seen.
Wing shot on the way. It's hauled in by Houston.
And it didn't fall, but still a great look.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Here's Ware. Still no points. Halliburton, no good. And we're going to connect now with... Shams Charania, always with a pulse on the league. He's got a story out of Northern California. All right, Shams, what's the latest on the Warriors?
Thanks, B.A. They've been looking to upgrade their backcourt, and with the opportunity to land Devin Booker, it was top priority to bring his incredible skill set, scoring, and mindset to the organization. There's lots of exciting things happening for this team and their entire fan base. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this move with Devin Booker evolves this franchise.
Shams, thank you. Always some intriguing news breaking in the NBA. And Ime Udoka has called timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Collins, he's checked in for Kessler. Johnson comes in for Sohan. Abaji's checked in for Brooks. And Vincent is subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
We call that tough points from a tough guy, young Tyrese Halliburton.
Vincent outside. Pass to Johnson. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Abaji. Let's go with a three. Williams grabs the board.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that open.
Here's Goodwin. Three-pointer off the mark. Dallas has gone 1 of 4 from deep. Johnson passes to Bridges. Shoots over Halliburton. And there's Bridges. That's good. On the assist by Johnson.
Well, in catch-and-shoot opportunities, you've got to have good feet and pre-shot preparation. Mikal Bridges, yes, sir.
Out to Horford. Back to Halliburton. Fires the three. Gets the three ball to go. Halliburton's got 5 now.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Johnson. And it's good. Now hang on here. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
Yeah, they're going to review that shot to make sure he got it off in time, but I think it's going to happen.
It's a tie game in Dallas. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second. And it's been a pretty... Consider how Dallas is doing, guys. Your thoughts?
They're getting a big contribution from the bench already.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs. And credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
Zach Collins out there with Keldon Johnson. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Gabe Vincent. And it's De Silva in at the 3 spot. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Jalen Brunson's craft sets him apart. He said, quote, "I've always played with my instincts and tried to see the game a couple plays ahead. As I've gotten older, that part of my game has gotten wiser and better, but I'm still learning." Ryan, that's a scary thought for the rest of the league.
He's already plenty dangerous, Allie.
Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Collins a screen. Here's Vincent. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Vincent's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Doris, in terms of assist-to-turnover ratio, Tyus Jones normally leads the league.
B.A., this guy is such a steady hand at the lead guard position. Tyus always makes excellent decisions, plays within himself, and plays mistake-free basketball.
Here's Brunson. And that one hits the back iron.
Most nights this shot would have been his, but the defender gave him just enough trouble.
Horford, a screen on Brunson. Here's Jones. Brunson against Horford. Here's Goodwin. And it's all from three-point range.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged the bullet there.
Outside, Green. Pass to Horford. Outside, Jones. Here's Goodwin. 5 to shoot. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. And here's Green from the arc. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now. And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And it's a completely new group for the Rockets. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Now here's Brunson. 7 points in the game. Crafty move. It's hauled in by Houston. Antetokounmpo surveys. The shot, no good. For Dallas, they've got nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter. Outside Brunson. Brooks finds Kessler. Misses off the left iron. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
I'll tell you, you allow him to get to a spot, and it's over, right? Defense unable to even challenge the shot.
Brunson passes to Brooks. And that misses. That would have put him up. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Pass to Ware. Exum outside. Just 5 to shoot. To the middle. Stolen by Bridges. And now the Mavs on the run. And he can't connect. He's 1 for 3 in this game. The Rockets have got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter.
And he is stronger than he looks, trust me. I mean, Williams has the bulk to win those tough battles inside.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Here's Sohan. Oh, and there's the whistle. On the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. They pinned that one on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Rockets.
Well, guys, early on, they're driving the lane constantly, using their quickness to gain an advantage. Look at their points off penetration.
Yeah, what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Pass to Sohan. Takes the 3. They get it again. Bridges with it. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
Yeah, crafty move by Mikal Bridges off the pick. Just gets into some space and makes the shot.
Here's Jones. Yet to see a basket. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Jones drives in. And that one good. And the Rockets lead by 5.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's Houston. They're up by 5. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
center court. And get ready.
You know, for the Rockets, it's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
Well, we knew they'd be good, but we didn't know they'd be this good.
And returning our attention to this game, a solid first half for the Houston Rockets.
This is some retro hoops.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And we're ready to get this second half of our Halloween broadcast going. You look at Jalen Brunson. What a contribution.
You know, I'm not really sure what defenders can do to slow him down. He's just too skilled.
Well, perhaps the most impressive thing has been his incredible consistency. This guy is a great player who always brings a ton of energy. What a great half.
Now for an update on Keldon Johnson's injury, we'll go to Allie LaForce.
Guys, I was able to catch up with Dallas's head athletic trainer. The bad news is he has a sprained ankle, and they're hoping that the swelling will go down. It's just so unfortunate to experience injuries like this early in the season, just barely out of the gates and already an unexpected setback.
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along, Graham.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
There's no question, because even if you know what's wrong, individuals have different healing times. The time frames can be totally different for similar injuries.
Kicking off the second half, here's Ime Udoka's 5. Halliburton is out there with Elfrid Payton. Then there's Al Horford. Then it's Williams. And it's Williams in at the 3.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Well, Doris, since he was traded out of Phoenix, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have skyrocketed. Why is that?
Well, number one, he's worked hard to develop his skill on the offensive end. He came in as a 3 and D guy, but what he's proven is he can handle the basketball, he can initiate action. You love the work ethic that went into that.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Mavericks are looking to contend. Coach Jason Kidd said, we're trying to build a championship team, and it's not easy. Dallas has not talked about that for a long time. So to talk about that, it's pretty cool. To be able to build it takes time. We have the personnel, we have the team. Brian, that's confidence.
Yep, and they're in win-now mode, Allie. Thank you. And Elfrid Payton is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And Houston will go for a different look here.
Substitution on the court. Hey, let's hear it for all of our dancers.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. To the right side. Fires the 3. Fires in the triple. Goodwin's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, that is about recognition right there from Tyrese Halliburton. He recognizes the overcommitment, makes the defense pay.
Bridges outside. Here's Brunson outside. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Not how they hoped to start this half. 1 for 5, brick after brick. Let's start building the building.
When Giannis starts to drive, the defense knows it's in trouble. He powers right through them.
Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Now here's Brunson. He's guarded by Exum. Deflected!
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Three-pointer, Halliburton. Brooks with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 10. Outside Brunson. Now here's Kessler. The D's right on him. Will it go? Giannis with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, nice fake by Giannis. And as a defender, you just shake your head.
Houston shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. No good on the free throw. But Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that.
And Houston making a change here. Jones is checked in. Outside Johnson. Back to Vincent. Clock is at 3. Bridges finds Johnson. Over on Antetokounmpo. And Johnson gets it to go on the assist from Bridges.
Nice pass by Bridges. Just keeping his options open out there.
Exum outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Giannis with the jam.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
50 seconds left in the third quarter. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
To the paint. And that one is stuffed right through.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. There's a screen to the inside. Ware, that's good. Ware's gotten his first basket of the night.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. For 3, Collins hits a three-pointer. Collins has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
As a big, unless you're a dedicated rim runner, have to be some kind of threat from distance.
Antetokounmpo outside. Second chance shot. Can't capitalize inside. The third quarter comes to a close. It's Houston. They're up by 8. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a minute. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Jalen Brunson is out there with Gabe Vincent. Then it's Keldon Johnson. Then there's Zach Collins. And it's Martin in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Williams' shot is good.
Well, as good a playmaker as there is in the game for his teammates. Tyus Jones so solid with the basketball.
Vincent outside. Brunson, a screen on Green. Out to the right wing. Looking to get it going. Banging his way through. Jalen Brunson.
Hey, you see the aggressiveness. And the absolute refusal to be intimidated inside. Jalen Brunson, a big-time finish.
Horford, a screen on Brunson. Here's Jones. And he converts the layup. And the Rockets lead by 10.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Houston foul.
And Dallas making a change here. Brooks is checked in.
First team foul. Down into the lineup for your basket. Number 9, Dylan Brooks.
Shot from 12. The kick out to Brunson. Collins inside. Williams defending. Oh, a nice shot by Collins.
Boy, the vision of Jalen Brunson is something to behold. This guy, an elite passer.
Horford, a screen on Brunson. Jones with the ball. Checked by Brooks. Jones against Brunson. Jones drives in. Pass to Williams. Just 5 on the clock. The kick out to Williams. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. A different look for Dallas. Kessler, he's checked in for Collins. Sohan comes in for Johnson. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Vincent. Three-pointer Bridges. The Rockets pull it in. They've led by as many as 11. And here is Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Woo-hoo, that's the athleticism you talk about with Jalen Williams. This guy can get off his feet in a hurry.
Outside Brunson. Dallas no good that time either.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Brunson against Williams. And the layup is good off the glass. And now a 12-point Rocket lead. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept the mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
Boy, whenever this team has needed a bucket, Jalen Brunson has been there right now in complete command of this ball game.
Antetokounmpo showing his range.
And just totally relentless. Only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Brunson with it. From the arc. The Rockets pull it in. Antetokounmpo has got 6 rebounds now in the game. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Pass to Exum. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Brooks. Antetokounmpo, that's good. And the Rockets lead by 15.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Rockets.
They made the most of the extra rebounds tonight. Helped them out a lot.
So when you look at these teams, they're both great rebounding clubs. And any night, either one could have the advantage on the boards.
And they pick up their 4th win of the year. Every victory so sweet in the association.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with the win in the first game.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Halliburton outside. Inside. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
And they knew it wasn't going to be easy to win on the road, but they've controlled the pace on this one.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Antetokounmpo with the block.
Yeah, such an imposing defensive force. Giannis with the great timing on the rejection.
Pulls it from 20. Kessler with a rebound. And so it's Houston winning this one. It ends up being a